What is up, guys? We are back. We're playing Late Age Ulm with DE on. So this is my first real DE game. There was that Pangea Blitz, but I didn't really use any of the DE stuff. This game we'll be doing it. And we got a cool, not even DE, the Bozmos dragon, which is pretty cool. Rotterdam's been sending out various kinds of spam, but he's also been trading with me. So these are all things from songs. So who am I to complain? And here we're going underwater with our giant flesh zeppelin. I don't think we got terribly close to dying. Let's see how close we got, actually. $212, $209, 169. Yeah, I think 169 was as low as we got. And yeah, 250. So I guess we got almost down to half HP. Wrecked. And then coming over here. That's how it goes with berserkers or barbarians. We did take a few shots to the chin here though. And I believe, yeah, this is when it starts. So this, we lose to militia. And I think I had 6 PD here, but whatever, that wasn't enough. So we didn't even have a battle. It's just like, oh, we're going to be taking this. Fuck. All right. And this is a trend which is going to continue every turn until this episode ends. And then culminating in the finale, which is my current turn, where it happens like 6 times. Thank you, Misfortune. We're only Misfortune 2, but it doesn't feel like it. Over here, we're going to go take this. This is another reasonably high-income province. And then we're going to come down and take this, and then we'll take this. He's pinged me here. It's good that I'm patrolling, in a way, because the other thing is he's gotten attacked by Oceania. And he and I have been talking. We're friendly. But yeah, he's been attacked by Oceania, so he's annoyed and having to go deal with it. And he's killed some of Oceania's stuff. And we see his god spawned, the Kami of Storms, which is a kind of cool titan. Unfortunately for him, with this strategy he's gone with, he's been making cons out of his capital. So he has no money. Not no money. He has basically very little research. Now, he can get foreign recruit mages and stuff, but I don't think he has any research to speak of. And what that means is his god's going to be a titan is going to be kind of worthless until he can get some like construction research and some, alteration research. Anyway. And to tank 300 crossbows or 200 crossbows, that's no small feat. Even with air, it's an air-water titan. So he'll have air shield, but you absolutely have to have regen. And even if you have regen, you're going to need a good shield. Like, with a good shield and regen and good armor, I don't think it's enough. I think you need to have, like, protection in the 30s. Or you need to have body ethereal. And if he had body ethereal and protection, maybe not in the 30s, like medium protection, so he had, like, full armor and a shield and regen and air shield, he could maybe do it. In which case, I'd switch to Ghoul Guardians, and then he would be messed up. But we're not going to give him any time for that. He's been building cons every turn. We're going to attack him within a turn or two. I was going to attack him this turn, but I figured out that I don't have enough dudes. I had run this test. What happens if I run all the guys I have here with a slightly better formation into Tartary? And a stress test would be like, could it kill the PD plus, I don't know, the 20 guys that are here, right? Or what if you bumped up PD some? What could it kill 35 PD, not 25? And basically, I kind of get wrecked sometimes. And the reason is because in the Tartary PD, they get a unit called the Cataphract, which is this guy. And they get kind of a lot of them. They get kind of a lot. And he has a heavy lance charge with 15. I mean, this is a very, very, very strong heavy cav for 25 gold. So what happens is there's like 20 of these guys, and they just plow into your front, or 15, and they plow into your front line. And like they can, because they've got all those attacks, they just are deleting so many a turn. It's bad news. And there's the lance charge, and so with the lance charge, it doesn't matter what I put here in front of them. They start, like, they're going to instantly kill all these guys. And then after that, they're going to instantly be in here. So there's no time for the crossbows to really do their work. Well, if we have more dudes, it's fine. The other thing I need lance catchers. So I'm making some lance catchers to put out in front so that they'll eat the lance charge, and then these guys can deal with the falchion and the hoof. And that's the plan. And so next turn we attack. I told Oceania I was going to attack this turn, so I let him know that I'm going to be a turn late. Because I was planning on attacking this turn, but when I actually ran the test, I was like, shit. It might work, but it might bounce, and I'm not going to risk it. So these guys are heading over here. She's heading over here to site search. This is also a forest, so it's a good chance we find a nature site. The other thing I'm doing is this turn I'm making a Hawkmeister and a Black Templar. And we're also going to be forging a Faithful, which is this weapon, which is mightily cheap. And we get Affliction Resistance and Luck, and we get very good defense. Faithful is a very nice weapon. And then we're also making a Rabbit Foot and a Bracer. And what that's going to mean is this Hawkmeister, I'll show you next turn when we kit him out, but he's going to be pretty tough. We're going to send him over here, and he's going to start doing this this treasure thing. And with Luck and Twist Fate, he'll dodge a lot of the traps. And then when the assassin events happen, he will have a very good chance of killing whatever's inside there. Because he's going to have 25 protection almost, and, well, I mean, I'll show you. So anyway, that's basically this. We're continuing to expand. Let's go ahead and go to turn 14. Turn 14. Relay sends a message. What are we going to do in the Void Rift? Squid-sama. And I don't know if he's actually responding or sending it to me, so I say, Void shall be made to have beers and sausage. Prost. I also sent a message to Tartary this turn. Sorry, but this cramped start has me feeling I just must roll the die and be aggressive. Wish we could all be friends and live in peace, but war. We will, this is our plan to conquer Europe, and then once Europe is conquered, the moon. The moon is next. This is let's call this the Second Reich. The Third Reich would be a little creepy. All the Reichs are a little creepy. Let's just say that. But regardless, we are going on a quest to conquer Europe. And we're going to start with France. Well, we kind of started with Poland. And now we're headed to France. So that is a bit of irony. But yeah, we're going to... I guess Poland might be... That's about where Poland is. I don't know. The fine details of geography escape me. But we're headed down here. We're going to raid this. This is a Jade Amazon province, so super valuable. And then we're going to come over here and hit this. And you can see we've got our lance catchers up front. We've got some wolves to help with the lance catching duties. I should have put this guy in the back. We've got these guys on hold and attack, and we've got our prophet here. And then we've got just a huge artillery of dudes. And we are going to jump in there. We've taken this back from the militia, those bastards. And We have been attacked again by barbarians, and they're not even giving us a battle. And guys, I'm putting PD in every single one of my provinces. They're not even giving us a battle. It's just like, oh, surprise, he took misfortune, time to pay. So that kind of sucks. But we're going to come over here and take this. This is the province that connects to it, so we're going to meet up here, zip over and take it. And yeah, that's basically the plan. This actually has turned to Relay Dominion. Diet Cthulhu's Dominion. And apparently, Late Age Relay will have the ability to... They have a global they put up that makes their dominion appear on all coastal provinces on the entire map. And that will drive people insane and cause unrest. Which would be nice if literally every one of my fucking provinces wasn't coastal. I don't have, nor will I ever have, any non-coastal provinces. I mean, we are entirely coastal. So it's going to be a pain in the ass. One thing I talked about doing, and I need to think about doing, we'll look at it on my current turn, is the second I see Relay coming through, I'm going to get ready and start pillaging all the underwater. I'm going to get these all down to 0 population. Because in the long run, I'm not going to hold any of the water. It's going to be nice in the short run to help me get forts up and stuff. But as soon as I sense conflict, I'll probably PD dump and defend with a dragon or something. And then but that's going to be the trigger, I think, for me to start pillaging all the underwater stuff. The nice thing about pillaging it is it's going to be hard for them to move enemy armies in, because they'll starve and whatnot. It's also going to have much less of an incentive for them to take it from me. I'm not sure who I would get to pillage. These guys are kind of okay. So yeah, that's it. Let's see my current turn, how this actually goes. My current turn. I was thinking really hard. Really hard. Oh, think computer. All right. It's my current turn. Okay, no spam from these guys. I hereby petition the World Postal Service to ban Rotterdam for excessive mail. That or implement a spam filter. Alternative, I implore his neighbors to silence them. That's funny. He's actually kind of... I think he's right over here. He's somewhere right in this region. So we're kind of neighbors. There's another guy that I play with a ton that is over here in India. And I forget what nation he's playing. I think he's one of the elf nations, but I'm not sure. But anyway, we'll be fine with Europe for now. We have indeed moved on top of Tartary's capital. We were successful. He did not have a massive patrol where he anticipated. And the distraction from Oceania has actually been proving pretty nice, because when I've been massing troops up, he probably would have liked to have... he probably would have liked to have zapped me, or been patrolling, or at least something. But he hasn't really been able to do that. Okay, and they did rout. You can see they were hardly in contact. Routed the shit out of them. It's kind of crazy, because when I tested it, they would run straight down the middle. But when you look at it here, they clearly go off to the side. They're like, side. Wait, did we have different replays from the same battle? Wait, didn't we just watch this with a different outcome? Where these guys routed? Swear to God, we had two different replays. Okay. Maybe my eyes deceived me that first time. I'm gonna have to go back and watch this video. Because either I'm tripping, or we just had two different replays. Which I've never even heard of. I don't even think that's a thing. Alright, so now we have this. He's also been attacked here. Somebody claimed the Throne of Bones. And I went and put PD up in some of my provinces, but we got attacked by a bajillion PD. I mean, a billion long dead. We got attacked here, which sucks. We got attacked here, which sucks because it killed all my wolves. They didn't kill any mages, but they almost did. Barely cause a rout on them. They're horrible PD, by the way. It's like the worst PD type. But we're moving people back in. We're going to keep blood hunting this. And hopefully we don't get crushed. I bumped it up to 22, so I start getting some normal units. But it's not good. I didn't mention this. Before we had gotten my hero, the member of the third tier. He's old, which kind of sucks. There's a decent chance we don't get to keep him. He's totally worth keeping. In fact, well, no. I mean, I would do crazy things to keep him, like empower him in death and twice born him. But we don't even have enchantment research, so it's not even an option. And I would only do that if he's diseased. But having access to this guy is a pretty big deal. So we're going to try to keep him. Both for the Astral 3 and for the Air 2. But for now, he's going to go out and site search. Maybe he'll find me another site with air mages. And I think when you site search air, you have a decent chance to find an Eagle Tribe colony, which will get you, like, air dudes and DE. This guy went insane this turn, because this is Relay and Dominion, and he got Insanity 4, which means there's a 4% chance to go insane. And with my luck, that means it happens this turn when I actually need him to move over here. Because he probably... I think he actually can in one turn. 8. 13. No, he actually couldn't. Anyway. The plan, we're basically going to consolidate everybody here. And I've got some kind of chaff out here in front. I've got these guys here. We don't have enough... we don't have enough footmen, basically. I've gotten a report from Oceania, and I think this is the province where his god is, plus about 100 horse tribe. He's probably got 20 in here. But I went and tested it. If with 120 or 140 horse tribe, it just doesn't matter. If he shoots at me, because they have bows, he gets wrecked. If he charges me, he also gets wrecked. There's no salvation that I could find. And his god is ungeared. And we're going to pop his fort next turn. We rolled in here with our zombie dragon. We killed these dudes. What we're going to be doing is I'm going to be moving... He's got 2 moves. He can wait one more turn. But every turn he waits, I'm going to pile up dudes faster than he will. Well, kind of. We're recruiting these guys. Because these guys can't move, it's actually going to kind of slow the logistics chain down. But we sort of will. This turn, there's going to be a boatload of dudes on top. But he may have something he's trying to wait. Anyway, he might attack me this turn, because this is within movement range. He should be able to move through here and hit me. Doing that... I think he'll get spanked, but we won't know until it happens. And like spanked, where I'll probably lose like 30 units. That was how it was in my test game, but you know, that was me not putting a ton of effort into trying to min-max whatever he could do. You know, like maybe I had him in a big line and they all charged, which I think is probably the better way to do it with him. Because, anyway, they get spanked. If he doesn't, if he waits, then I'm going to have my dragon in range, because my dragon's moving over here to help clear out the barbs. So my dragon will be in range, and he'll be able to participate. We're also preaching this turn. And with 3 dudes, as well as my prophet who can't preach, but he's sitting on top, we have a very good chance, not a great chance, but a good chance, because these guys are also inquisitors, so they're effectively holy 4 preachers here. We have a very good chance of getting rid of both of these candles, plus any candles he generates, because his god is also not inside. His god is out here. So not a ton of temple checks. He does have temples here and here. So that will kind of help potentially push a candle or 2 in here and keep his dominion. Getting the dominion shifted over to my side will also really help for combat. Because it will increase the morale of our units, which right now is not really phenomenal. In fact, it's bad enough. I should just do box formation. I think skirmish actually is probably still better. These ones in the front can be on box because they're going to be taking hits. But the skirmish is better when they're going to be trading with the archers. Ooh, that's a mistake. Hold an attack. I missed that. Yeah. So that's basically the plan. These guys, I haven't talked about their script at all. They're doing Sermon of Courage, and then I think, okay, they're doing Temper Flesh, which is fine. But I kind of think it might be better. I think we're going to give this guy 2 Guardians. Oh, there's none of them here. This is fine, but this guy's doing Sermon of Courage, basically. This guy's doing Temper Flesh, or Temper Steel, and then, which is basically just a very small area of effect. Legions of Steel, and then create Flaming Missiles. It may be better just to drop create Flaming Missiles the whole time. And that's actually going to be reasonably potent on these dudes. Yeah. It's going to be one more thing their god has to have, is like fire resistance to deal with the flaming arrows. Yeah. I mean, if you look at it, you can see by the end, we had a pretty good amount of flaming arrows happening. But our morale is not great here. The other thing I need to make sure I do if I can... I need to put as many people on my high morale, my high leadership dudes as I can. Yeah, it seems fine. These guys are really low morale. I mean, 8 is really low. I can't remember if his god has fear. I think we're fine. This could go sideways. Just mainly from morale. But we're spamming Sermon of Courage, which would help some. I think what we're gonna do, because now that I'm looking at it, I'm kind of paranoid. And this is what happens when we get to my current turn. You can see all of the indecisiveness and paranoia and stuff that. Have him come over here. I do want to forge your bracers of protection. The other thing I owe you is I need to show you the little setup we've got on our guy. Oh god, we can't have this. Okay, wait, where's the barbarian guy coming in? Let's give this to this dude. And we'll put these guys kind of out and about, out and about, as they say. Good. Hold an attack. Okay, so we got rid of some of the penalties on these dudes. And actually, thinking about it, this guy, I think, gives a minus morale penalty. So I think what I want to do... So we're going to do a little switcheroo here, because this guy does not give a minus morale penalty. Okay. And so now these guys have reasonable morale. Hold and fire closest. Yeah. That should put some hurt down. And both these guys coming in, they're dropping Sermon of Courage. Excellent. So hopefully that will help deal with some of our morale problems. I don't know if I care about Syllable of Death. I mean, I don't know if I care about that Holy Avenger. I think we're just going to do Syllable of Death here. Prayer of Death is good. Give me that pierce resistance so we can stand on the front line. And yeah, I think that's basically what's going to happen. And we're preaching. Yeah, things are looking okay. I probably should have moved these guys in here last turn too, but I didn't. They were here preaching. It would be nice to have them also preaching here, but they're not. And that is, I think, about it for this turn. I'm also going to show you, we got attacked up here by undead, here by undead, and here by undead. So we had 3 undead attacks, which, so be it. This is our dude that is going to go exploring these dungeons. Generally, these dungeons aren't super great. If you pull this up in Mod Inspector, you can see this is, first of all, altered in... This is a site that exists in Vanilla, but is altered in Dominions Enhanced. To give it the Hunt for Treasure, there's a number next to it. And this is, I think it's dungeon something 15, which means there's a 15% chance we just find a treasure. And I think the remaining chance is that we run into a monster. And if we run into a monster, there's a lot of different varieties, and some of them can kill us, and hopefully most of them won't. But this will help versus a lot of them. Some of them are like wisps and stuff, so we need a magic weapon, which is why I want to make sure we had some kind of weapon, and I think Faithful fits in there real well. It also gets our defense super duper high. And then Twist Fate's going to be good against certain mages, which is what Rabbit's Foot does. And Lucky we also get from Faithful. So there's a lot of also really hard-hitting dudes, like you fight an ogre, or there's different kinds of things. So Lucky, very nice. Twist Fate, very nice. And the Bracer of Protection really takes our defense up to the next level. So decent chance that we survive whatever kind of things hold here. But given the kind of luck we've been having, I'm worried that misfortune may prevail, and instead we just waste 15 gems and a couple hundred gold. But we could pull in some kind of cool loot. So we're gonna roll the dice. Plus, like whatever. Let's have some fun. Let's see what the game holds. I've also this turn started switching over to Ghoul production because I'm pretty confident. I was worried that if he did a PD dump and all the other stuff, you know, it would be really hard for us to take this fight. But he didn't, and now we just have to survive him attacking, which I don't think places him at a great advantage. So I'm confident enough we can go ahead and switch over to Ghoul Guardians here, which is going to set us up for dealing with the stupid elves. Yeah. I need to talk to these guys about what their border is with Scandinavian peoples. And pending how this fight goes, that will, I think, set the trajectory for what's going to happen. And I'm not sure what that will be. The other thing, I guess, since we're here, I do have some scouts this game. We've got Abyssia over here with these guys over here, so they're probably going to fight it out. For me to get there, it's actually kind of tricky. I think this star goes there. So, but this star is owned by Marignon, so I'd have to knock Marignon to come in here, which is probably worth doing. I can tell them to fuck off and start taking over the moon systems. In some ways, that might be preferable to just going after this, but we'll have to see. In terms of matchup, I think these are probably fine. I think Marignon is down here. I think they're right over here. So, I mean, I could also make a play into just attacking Marignon. And then, once I have Marignon's stuff, I can come backfill in all this. We'll have to see. That's looking pretty far into the future. The next few turns, we're going to be hopefully getting all of this. Getting our blood hunting going is going to be super important. Unfortunately, it got reset because of the game. And we need to start getting this guy empowered in blood to start getting our vampires out. So that's going to be kind of the next thing, but I'm not sure if I'm going to turn off the aggression while I'm doing all that. There's a very good chance we don't. And there's a very good chance... If these guys are not going to be helpful in attacking Vanheim, I'm almost certainly going to attack them. And this will have less to do with what they say. This is going to have a lot more to do with just how big of a neighbor are they? Like, if they're not even... I don't know. We'll see. It has something to do with what they say. If they feel comfortable sailing and, like, I get all the Arcos stuff and they get all the Vanheim stuff, then we can be friends, and maybe then I'll turn my attention up to these other planets. That would be kind of fun. I don't like this planet, is kind of one of the things. So I want some of it, but I don't know if my goal is to do like a full conquest of this planet, because this planet kind of blows. I would much rather have Valanus. I would much rather have the moons. Yeah. So we have to see. But I want to have enough stuff on this planet that I feel confident in my capital. So I think I want at least 3 nations on this planet. And then there's a decent chance I peace out and go upwards. And like, this is enough water over here that I feel pretty confident I could conquer this. Like, whatever water nation gets in here, I could probably spank them. Problem coming in here and attacking Abyssia's assassins, but that's probably something I could deal with. This is Agartha. I don't think I have a scout here now, but I had one earlier. Or I think it's Agartha. Let's find their flag. Oh, Dom Danielle? I think this is who it is. I know nothing about these guys. This is a slave. Okay, this looks like a very weird nation that has very strange mechanics. It doesn't have any... Oh, I think that's because of the port. Okay. Crazy capital mages. So this is some kind of crazy blood faction that we probably don't want to leave them alone on their moon base. Do they have a throne? Troops get undying. So I'm not sure if that's going to influence where we go. Yeah, I'm not sure, but I think that's one of the major things I have to figure out is where do we go? And I think taking over Archaea, I need to do some of it. I don't want to be like I feel naked right now with only this much power on the planet and then all this being entirely coastal. But I want to get out of the coast business. So I think we take this. We maybe take these guys. The problem is these guys are probably going to attack me. I don't know. We'll have to see. I think a lot of it's gonna depend on the players. So I probably need to be a bit more active in Diplo. And with that, I'll stop rambling and I will see you next time. Cheers.